everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael, I'm the Moto Barista, and today I'm going to give you what I think are the best first mods that you need to make to your motorcycle. I'm having one of those mornings where I need a coffee before I can get out and ride, so I'm going to smash this beautiful cup of coffee down and we're going to get into today's video. Alright, let's go. If you own a motorcycle, then you'll know that one of the greatest joys of owning a motorcycle is making it your own. You know, customizing that bike to be a true expression of yourself. It's not like owning a car. There's too much practicality to owning a car. The motorcycle is an expression of freedom. It's an expression of this kind of counterculture attitude of just wanting to go against the norm and be free in riding a motorcycle. And with that comes the want to customize it and make it truly unique to you. So today I want to talk about some of the top mods that should be the first on your list when you get your motorcycle. The way I want to categorize these mods are power, comfort, and the looks. And I'm going to try and pick one mod from each of those categories to have the biggest impact on your bike. So let's start things off with power. Now when we're trying to improve the power of our bike, we want to actually increase torque or horsepower in the way that it feels, but we also want to change the sound of the bike, you know, give it a powerful sound. And usually the first mod that most people will want to make is with the exhaust, making sure that that bike is sounding like it's got some thunder behind it, and also hopefully increasing a little bit of power as well. And there's two main routes that we can look at. We can either go for a simple slip-on exhaust where we're just changing the muffler of the motorcycle, and this is going to improve the sound and it's going to possibly improve some slight power numbers as well. However, most of your power is going to come from changing the headers of the exhaust. This is where a lot of engineering goes into the airflow of the exhaust fumes, ensuring that enough back pressure can be created to improve the torque and the horsepower from the exhaust itself. So muffler mainly is going to help with the sound, but go for a full exhaust if you're wanting to both improve the sound and get a little bit more performance out of your exhaust as well. What I have here is an S&S 2-in-1 SuperStreet exhaust. This is a full system, and I chose this because I wanted to not only have a great sounding bike, but I also wanted a little bit more performance as well. If you want to learn more about this exhaust and why I chose it, I'll leave a link just above here and in the link in the description below for a full review of this exhaust system. So we've spoken about power. Now I want to talk about the second category of modifications that you can make to your bike to make it your own. And I want to talk about comfort. So many bikes, particularly Harley cruisers, are pretty comfortable straight out of the shop. But no bike is going to be able to be perfect for every single rider out there. We all have different heights, different weights, different arm lengths, leg lengths, torsos. All of this means that we can fine-tune the bikes to give us the ultimate riding comfort. There are three main areas of the bike that we can look at to maximize our comfort. So we can look at the seat, we can look at the handlebars, and we can look at the foot controls. Finding out which of those three is going to have the biggest impact on your comfort is a good place to start for making your first modification in that comfort realm. The modification I'm going to recommend for your first comfort mod is the seat. Now the seats that come standard from a motorcycle factory are designed to be comfortable when you're sitting on them in a showroom or going for a quick half-an-hour test ride. These stock seats are full with a very soft foam, pretty much a sponge. And they're very soft and very plush to sit in. And at first this feels really comfortable. That softness feels really nice. But if you've gone long distance on these kind of seats, you know that they get really uncomfortable when you start going further. So what you want to be looking for is something that actually has a firmer feel to it. Soft foam starts to break in and you start to sink into it as you go further and further on your ride. What this does is it starts to put pressure on those areas that are sinking into the seat, which is really uncomfortable as the pressure builds up, and it also starts to build heat in those areas as well. And we've all had a sweaty ass from riding too long on a motorcycle. It's not nice. What a firm foam seat does is allow an even spread of weight over the seat and therefore supports the body in a far more even and firm way. And this means that there are no pressure buildups and there's no heat buildups. So what you want to be looking for is thick, dense foam and, if possible, gel technology as well. So the seat that I have is a Saddlemen Explorer, and this features really dense foam with a layer of gel in between as well. And this gel is designed to help with cooling, but also designed to create a firmness that supports my body and spreads my weight evenly across the whole seat. So no pressure buildups. This is really important for those long distance rides. Another reason I went for this seat as one of my first mods as well was for the comfort for the pillion passenger too. Stock seat came with a very small pillion pad, and that is really uncomfortable for the passenger. So this seat actually doubled the width of that pad for the passenger, giving her a lot more comfort and allowing her to be more comfortable for longer distance rides. If you are happy with your seat and you don't want to change it, you could look to changing your handlebars or your foot controls as well. So we've spoken about power, we've spoken about comfort. Now the third class of modification I want to talk about is having fun, changing the looks of the bike. This is where you get to express yourself in a completely just fun and artistic way, I think. You get to throw a part on the bike that makes the bike look different and is a pure representation of your style and your kind of riding. And I think this is where there are no rules. Like choosing the air cleaner that you go for on your bike. Now, there are so many different styles of air cleaners out there, and you can really try and find something that's a true expression of what you like and goes with the style of bike that you're trying to create. You could go something more subtle. Could, for example, throw on some new wind mirrors to give that bike a slightly more subtle, different look. For me, my biggest change that I made to the bike in changing the looks of the bike was the windshield here. So this is the Memphis Shades El Paso windshield. And the reason I wanted to change the windshield of my bike was before, when I had the small batwing fairing, which is the Harley Davidson stock fairing that comes with the Sport Glide, I had a problem with the lines of the bike. The fairing sat down here, almost level with the handlebars. And what that meant was the sissy bar at the back here with the pad on actually sat higher than the front of the bike. For me, it gave it an odd look to the bike. What I wanted was a taller front end and a lower back end. It just looks, one, more aerodynamic, and two, it just looks more sleek in my opinion. So I wanted to give some more height to the front end of the bike. And I wanted to go with the windshield as opposed to a fairing, just to throw in a little bit more classic styling to the bike itself. But again, there are no rules on what's right or wrong here. I've seen people do all kinds of different things to the front end of their bikes. Finding parts that you like and you enjoy and creating something that is truly yours. Following the herd and copying what everyone else are doing won't make you happy in the long run. Fortunately, there are an endless amount of options out there for you. There are so many genuine Harley Davidson parts, aftermarket parts, and parts for all kinds of different bikes, no matter what you're riding. So jump online, jump through Instagram, have a look around what other people are doing and start finding some inspiration on what you like and what you enjoy. Alrighty, so that pretty much wraps up today's video for you. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope this gives you some inspiration on the kind of things that you could do to your motorcycle. What I really want to know is, if you have a motorcycle already, what modifications have you added to make it truly your own? What power parts have you added? What comfort parts? And what parts have you added just for fun to make that bike look truly yours? Let me know what you're doing in the comments below, or reach out to me on Instagram. Until the next time, be sure to ride safe, drink some damn fine coffee. I'm gonna go get another coffee after this. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, stay safe. Peace.